On Jazzy Thursday.
Hey guys, it's Jessica again. Like I'm sure many of you, I am a huge fan of fairy tales. I love everything to do with fairy tales. Being a kid growing up in the golden age of the Disney animated movies, it's not a big surprise that I would love fairy tales. My favorite of the Disney movies is the Beauty and the Beast. Love it so much. But anyway, and then also when I was a kid growing up, it was the time when there were the Fairy Tale Theater, which was an hour-long program that would come on every week. It was a full season of TV shows, and it was so great. Oh my goodness, they did all kinds of fairy tales. The Dancing Princesses, the Frog Prince, Rumpelstiltskin, Rapunzel, Hansel and Gretel, all these great fairy tales, and they would do them more along the lines of the original written fairy tales as opposed to, the Disneyfied versions that we get in the movies. And then there were also these wonderful full-length live-action movie musicals that came out when I was a kid that I absolutely loved. There was The Frog Prince was one of my favorites, and Helen Hunt was in that. She was the evil sister. And Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was another one of my favorites of that. Hopefully some of you have a clue what I'm talking about and remember these fantastic movies. But anyway, so I love fairy tales, always have. They're just a huge part of my childhood and something that I loved. And now we have the incredible TV shows Once Upon a Time and Grimm. Those are two of my favorite shows on TV right now. I love them, especially Once Upon a Time. It's so much fun getting to see the twists that they put on all these old and well-known fairy tales, and I love it. So you can imagine my excitement when a couple days ago Hypable.com came out with the story that 500 new fairy tales have been discovered in Germany. That's right, 500. That's amazing. Apparently, there was a historian named Franz Xaver von Schonwerth. Sorry if I butchered the name, but he was around in the 1800s and collected a bunch of fairy tales in the area of Rosenberg, Germany. And he was just creating a collection of myths and legends and fairy tales around the same time as the Grimm brothers and put them all together, and I guess they somehow got lost over the past 150 years. I don't really know, but now they've been discovered, and that's so exciting. The story said that a lot of them are new local takes on some of the old well-known fairy tales like Rumpelstiltskin and Cinderella, but then there's also some brand new ones, and they tell of one of them in the story about there's a tale of a maiden who escapes a witch by transforming herself into a pond. The witch then lies on her stomach and drinks all the water, swallowing the young girl, who uses a knife to cut her way out of the witch. So, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's, back in the line of the Grimm's fairy tales where they're a lot darker than, some of the versions that we got told as kids through Disney and stuff. And I, for one, am so excited. I cannot wait until they put all of these new fairy tales into an anthology and release it, and we get to find out about them and read them and have just this new slew of stories to add to all the other fairy tales that we know and love. And I can't wait to even hear the different versions, the new takes on the old stories like Cinderella and Rumpelstiltskin. I mean, I love hearing new spins on an old story. Some of my favorite books and authors do that. There's still drawing a blank for a second, like Gregory Maguire. He wrote, Mirror Mirror and Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister. He's also the one who wrote Wicked, and those new takes. And then Robin McKinley is one of my other favorite authors, and she's done 2 versions of Beauty and the Beast, which, as I mentioned, is my favorite fairy tale, Beauty and Rose Daughter. And she also did a Sleeping Beauty book called Spindle's End, and she's done a whole lot more. But it's so fascinating to me to see the different takes on old stories that we all know and love. So I cannot wait to get a chance to read these new fairy tales, and I just think that it's really cool. So I wanted to talk about that today. Hope that you guys find this as interesting and fascinating as I do, and let me know what fairy tales you're looking forward to seeing and reading about in the comments. So until next week, hope you guys have a good end of the week and weekend. Bye.